We are back in the booth. Thank you guys for tuning in wherever you're listening from. Maybe you are in Eureka Springs, Arkansas, or Bisbee, that's with 2 E's, in Arizona, or Lansboro, Minnesota. We appreciate you guys listening. If you're not watching, head over to our YouTube page. We got all of our full episodes up there, and we are off. It is a Tuesday morning here in Nashville, Tennessee. Weather's a little bit cooler. We got Easton in the house. He just got married. Yeah. And to my left, she is wearing all black. Looks like she is working backstage at a concert with a Whiskey Jam hat. If you're not familiar, Whiskey Jam is run out of Winners in that's Midtown. Mm-hmm. And now, apparently, Mr. Riley Green's taking it over as his bar. Mm-hmm. But they have a Whiskey Jam every Monday, Tuesday night.
Shawn, I can tell you haven't been out in Nashville in a bit.
It's been a while.
Whiskey Jam is no longer in
Oh,
Midtown.
Really?
It has not been for about a year.
Okay. Not that far off. I thought you were about to say like 5 years. That's the last time I've been.
No. Just like, it's relatively new compared to like the longevity of what Whiskey Jam is. Whiskey Jam started in 2011, so we're, over a decade in. But they moved downtown. They're at Whiskey Row.
That makes more sense.
So they take over that second floor, the second floor that has like the stage, the small private bar.
Yes.
That's where Whiskey Jam is now. Riley Green is opening, it's called Riley's Duck Blind or something. Yeah. And I think that's going to be the location. Winners, the old Winners is the location for Riley's. Is that what you were saying?
I thought that, he is either partnering with them or taking over Winners Bar as his own bar.
Well, no, I saw that he announced he is also opening a bar. I just didn't know where it was.
I think they said Winners.
Oh my gosh. And that's the neighbor of where Odie's will be.
Odie's, right next to it.
So if you want to just go down to a bunch of good bars in Midtown, sounds like Midtown's still going to be the place to be.
Man, well, we got WhiskeyCat in the building.
Kind of like that one.
It's. I feel like we've probably used that. We've had to use that.
Here's the thing, though. I thought for sure you were going to go with Jam Cat because it's like Sam Cat and Whiskey Jam.
I was going back and forth in my head. I was like Jam Cat, but then I didn't realize that it actually rhymed and made more sense as an alliteration.
That's okay.
WhiskeyCat kind of works, though.
Yeah. I was saying not really rhyme. I was saying like Sam Cat, Jam Cat. You mean that's rhyming?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a rhyme.
Okay. Well, listen,
Whiskey
buddy,
Jam, Sam Cat.
You missed the layup, so don't look at me like I'm the idiot here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, I haven't been in a while, but Nashville is apparently doing well and thriving. And Midtown was the spot when I got here. It was like everybody said, if you don't want to go downtown with all the tourists, go to Midtown.
Yeah, but then everybody who lived here started telling the tourists about Midtown, and now here we are.
Here we are. Rebar was the spot.
Rebar is where Odie's is going to be.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not Rebar anymore.
No, it's Odie's. Are you listening? Are we in the same room?
No, but it hasn't been Rebar for years.
Oh, well, there was like some controversy. I don't really know the specifics, but something to do with the owner was a real piece of work. And then it basically was not foreclosed, but still standing for a long time, but with no business.
Right.
Whatever that's called. And then they just recently knocked it down, and that's obviously the site of where I will be spending a lot of time.
All right. Well, if you're listening, you head to Nashville, I guess, head to Mumbrian Street, head to Midtown. Those are the bars.
Shh.
And don't ask me when you get here because I'm always terrible at giving recommendations. I say the same things every time.
Let me guess.
Yeah.
Honky Tonk Central.
Yeah. I just say go down to Broadway. You can't miss. And then I say Honky Tonk Central is my favorite.
I feel like at this point, Honky Tonk Central should sponsor you.
Yeah. We're working on it. It's pretty tough to sponsor a sober guy, though.
Yeah, it should have been back in your heyday.
Yeah.
Ironically, though, I feel like I've only been to Honky Tonk Central with you like twice.
No. Sam,
really?
More than that. Yeah, you probably just don't remember. All right. Come on.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I do have a really sexy photo of myself and Brian, our other friend, wearing
took that photo.
Christmas attire. But then you were a shirtless Santa at some point, so things got really out of hand.
We were talking about that this weekend. That's why I messaged you and said, hey, send me that photo because I was on a little beach trip down to Florida, and one of my good friends, employee Charlie, he was there, and we had a couple people from BC, like Britt and my sister, who've been there since day one.
Right.
And they were just talking to Charlie because I think somebody said, why don't we do like a Halloween thing? We're like, we've done Halloween things.
Yes, we have.
And Christmas things.
Yes, we have.
And he's like, really? We're like, oh, yeah, like to the max. Like, you have no idea. And anyways, I was telling him we had fake snow in the gym, and how we would basically be there all night until 5, 6 in the morning.
Correct.
And just dancing, literally
Yes.
blasting music on the speakers in the gym. 5 or 6 in the morning. There's fake snow everywhere. We're wearing costumes.
Correct.
What's left
Well,
of
yours
them?
was like a half a costume
Yeah.
left. Like Santa absolutely left the building.
Yeah.
I was wearing also
Ralphie.
Like, yeah, I was
It was
Ralphie, but my costume was also like a half a Ralphie at that point.
But we even went down to Broadway. We left the
came
gym and then
back.
came back to the gym.
Yeah, alcohol does a lot of things for your logistics and planning, but apparently that was a good idea at the time. Hey, no regrets from me.
No,
I had a great time.
It was great. So then I asked you for a photo because I got a fake snow machine at the gym, which is basically just chemicals that get pumped into
Yeah,
a
what'd you
machine.
do with that? What'd you
And
do
it's got
with
a
that,
big hose and it just sprays fake snow. In my drunken state, I was acting like it was real snow, so I was taking the fake snow and just blasting Sam Cat in the face with it like all night.
Yeah, and also not consensually, I do have to say. There was no consent. I was just mid-sentence. Sean's like, pfft.
Yeah.
And then what happened to me, Sean?
You woke up and you couldn't see.
Could not see. I sent a photo. I will never forget. I woke up the next morning, couldn't open my eyes. They were glued shut, swollen, crusties, like super sexy. Sent a picture to my mom, and her response was, "Oh, Sam, you do not look good. You are ugly." That was her exact response.
And when you sent me the photo this weekend, I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, you did that to me.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
did
just
that.
chemicals straight to the eyeballs.
Yeah, but I was also inebriated and like not paying attention. So it's not
Oh,
like I
you're
was
loving
mad at the
it.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I was having a good time.
Yeah.
I do have to say though, during that like short stint in our life, I don't know, I feel like the year of 2018.
Yeah,
Ish.
maybe.
Okay,
Yeah.
around there, 2019.
Yes.
There were just like very specific songs that I even now when I hear them, I think of you. And like that time,
That was Machine Gun Kelly.
the
Half Naked and
almost
Famous.
famous, yeah,
Yeah.
that one, and then the oh god, now it's escaping me because I'm thinking of Machine Gun Kelly. What is the one that you and Jordan used to always be like brand new song, fresh off the charts?
That was
and you played it every day.
Follow Rivers by Like Lee.
Follow
Yeah,
that part, yes.
yeah.
Okay, that song still.
Yeah.
I will randomly hear it, like I mean, since we're old, in like a grocery store,
Yeah.
or something like a liquor store, a little more lively than Publix. But every time I hear those songs, I think of you.
Yeah.
And just like, what were we doing?
Well, I'm the guy too where if I like a song and I
Oh,
go out
you
that
play it
night,
every
I
single-
will play it for 4 hours straight.
Do you? Yeah, I mean, I'm aware, but yeah, tell the
Yeah.
audience. Every single day, Sean will walk into the gym. Not even into the gym. You would just like text me the link to the song and be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
have you heard this brand new song?
Brand new beat.
Brand new beat."
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I just listened to it 3 times in your class, but I'm good, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah.
But now it makes me giggle.
Oh, yeah.
10 years, how many? 5 years, 6 years later?
I mean, I was actually scrolling through my phone the last couple of weeks because, you know, when I'm coaching, that's probably the hardest part is trying to come up with playlists, but there's only so many freaking songs.
Correct.
And when you coach thousands of classes,
Yeah.
it's just like, God, what can I play? And then
Ironic. Wait. Ironic that you bring this up because you start your class with every single
do.
class with
I
the
still
exact
do.
same song.
Yeah. And every year, Spotify Wrapped.
That's your
it's
number
like,
one place.
your favorite artist is B.O.B.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Who is that?
yeah, exactly. I'm like, what do you mean?
They're
But
probably going to have to take out a restraining order on you soon.
they
It's
should
been
start giving
7
me
years.
royalties. I'm probably making B.O.B. the most money
You're
of
the
anybody.
only one still streaming that song.
Yeah. And it's not even in his top 5. So when you go to B.O.B.,
So then how did you discover this if it's not even a top 5 B.O.B. song?
I don't know, but here's a song that I play when I break it down every single class. And it's been now 6 years, 6.5 years. Yeah. So this is my number one rap guy.
So this song starts playing. This is when Shawn is counting you off into groups. And if you've
Yeah.
met Shawn, he's not good at counting or math.
No.
So there's usually like a hold on, wait, what group are you in? Were you at 2
Yeah.
or at 1? Okay, yeah, you just go over there. That's fine. There's a spot for you.
Yeah, we make it work.
We make it work.
We make it work. Life motto. Yeah. So yeah, that was a fun little memory lane this weekend.
Wait, so what was Charlie's reaction? You never finished.
Oh, you're just dying laughing. We were just all at dinner, and I was just like, "Give me that photo." And I'm glad you just had it right off the cuff.
I save everything.
Yeah,
I
me too.
have. I back up. I am so diligent about. Well, actually, funny. I should be gloating about this when I'm in the middle of a debacle with Meta/Facebook. Got hacked, and
Ooh.
not only did they get hacked, they
Wait,
like.
did you get hacked or did you Were you a sucker and you clicked on a link?
No, I got to be honest with you.
That's usually how it works.
No, I got to be honest with you. Like, I don't actively use my Facebook. I have a Facebook to keep in touch with family and Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
So no, I didn't click on a link. I don't even like use it unless I need to.
Yeah.
We plan family vacations in like Facebook groups.
Yeah.
Because then everybody can get in and you don't have your phone blown up.
Aunt
Right.
Jenny's on Facebook.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Anyways, so all of a sudden, my dad turns 64, and the next day, I wake up to like, I'm not even exaggerating, dozens, I was going to say hundreds, but dozens of texts asking me if my dad's okay. And I'm like,
Ooh.
What? I don't know. I think so. So someone hacked my Facebook, proceeded to change my picture from a current photo to one from 2010. I have bangs, and I'm with my college roommate. Bangcat, yeah, she was present in 2010, 11-ish. And it is a plethora of photos saying that I'm selling my dad's items because he's going into like elder care.
Jesus.
So everybody's like, you just celebrated his birthday yesterday. And he had like pictures up from his birthday, whatever, my mom. So people are just like, what happened?
Tell me like one of your friends was like, I'll take the couch for $500.
No, luckily a lot of people I feel like kind of saw through it because my dad was happy and healthy and celebrating his birthday the day before.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, I think you got hacked or whatever. So I sign on and I look and I'm like, okay, that's not me. They proceed to still post more photos of them being in San Diego, and then they were in Virginia, and then they were in Massachusetts. And if you know me, that's not that weird of a route for me to take in 1 week.
Yeah.
So then everybody's like, wait, is this you? Are you in Virginia and Seattle in the same week? And I'm like, oh, nope, still not me. The person has the audacity, or the bot, whoever it is, I send them a message like, can you please just not? I don't even know what I said. But they just sent me back a waving emoji, a big ol' F you. And I was like, okay. So I don't know if you've ever been hacked, but Meta couldn't care less. And they prove it day in and day out.
Yeah.
I've done all the loopholes. I've had some people reach out to me. They're like, oh, I work for them. I can help you. I haven't really had any luck with that. I'm just like waiting to find someone in my DMs that they're like, I am Mark Zuckerberg and I'll help you. Because not that I care about the account, but I have like 20 years worth of photos on there.
Yeah.
So going back to what you're saying, I do keep everything. Like I back up my iCloud.
Right.
I have thousands and thousands and thousands of videos and photos, and just, I don't journal. I don't journal well. I'm not good at that routine, but I am good at being annoying about taking photos and videos.
Yeah, I'm
and
the
they
same.
are hysterical to go back to, like when you get an eye infection because your friend Shawn just blast chemicals in your face throughout an entire party.
Well, luckily you got both eyes, so that's a good thing.
And they
Nothing
still work
happened.
pretty
No
well.
long-term damage.
Yeah, that was a tough time though. That was a weird fall.
Damn, hacking's weird. Had some buddies hack. No, I had a buddy. This is, I don't even know if I can say this story. This is outrageous. He's just an idiot. I'll say it. I won't say who the buddy is, but he.
Can I guess? Do I know them?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh,
Maybe
so
you
it's
know
not
them.
someone in Nashville.
Maybe you know them. Maybe you don't.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
not
just
gonna
tell the
say.
story, Booth.
I get a phone call. He's frantically freaking out, and he's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
I already know what story you're telling. I think. Is it relatively recent?
Kind of,
Okay.
maybe. He's like, I don't know what to do. I'm freaking out. I met this girl, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, she was holding him ransom for some explicit photos that he had sent her.
Which, by the way, I feel like he sent very quickly.
Well, yeah.
Like,
Let's talk about
He
that.
did not vet her.
No.
Her, quote
Yeah.
unquote, her ends
Yeah.
up.
So apparently this girl had sent this guy a DM. So one day my buddy gets a DM from an attractive girl, what it appears to be, and it's being like, hey, she don't even live anywhere near here, no connections. Like, hey, she stumbled upon your profile, was like, hey, I don't know what was said, but he was obviously like, yeah. And then the next, then they're like, let's take this to Snapchat. They take it to Snapchat, and then
Red flag right there.
red flag. Then she's sending him photos, and then immediately, like you said, no hesitation.
He didn't even like reverse Google search to see if those were stock photos. Nothing. And let me tell you guys.
It is so easy to tell if there's a fake profile.
Yes.
And
the number one is that she says, hey, let's take it to Snapchat, and immediately sends you a nude. Okay. Like, yes, do those people exist? I'm sure. But like,
yeah.
my brother in Christ.
Yeah.
Like, let's just really
Yeah.
think about the facts here.
Yeah.
Especially if you knew who we were talking about. It's like, buddy.
Yeah.
Buddy.
So he sends some dick pics, for lack of better words. And so like within like the frantic chaos of him being like, she's got pictures, and then this person was like, well, haha, and then started a massive group chat with most of the people that he follows.
Wait. It was women that he follows.
Yeah.
So it was like his mom, his sister, your sister.
Yeah. People he works with. Yeah.
What an idiot.
Yeah. And then there's like 20 or 30 girls in this. And then like.
I would be freaking out too if I were him.
Yeah, of course. And then they got like. They all got a group chat on Instagram. And then like the title was so-and-so. Something like.
Oh wow, what a descriptive title, Booth. Tell us more.
Yeah, I can't remember, but anyways, so then he's freaking out, and now I am in the middle of a wedding. So I am in the middle of a wedding, and
he's not doing well. He's not doing well. He's spiraling when he's talking to you.
And to his defense,
Shawn, your nipple is out right now, just staring at me. Can you please put that away?
I walked in. I was like, wow, I feel like kind of.
You look like you got in a bear fight. Yeah.
Yeah, I got some running shorts on. Sam Cat calls them my hoochie mama shorts. I got a shirt that's got a hole. That's from Walter when he was a puppy.
Okay, so but you have a bank account, correct? I just feel
Correct.
like you also own the gym that has the logo on that tank top.
Yeah, but
correct?
I'm a man that's like, I wear the same stuff. Like I will, like Dre goes crazy because I have a ton of clothes at the house.
And you
boxes
wear the ones
and
with
boxes,
holes in it?
And I will wear the same stuff every week. Like I'll go home and I'll wash it so I can wear it probably the next day or the day after that.
Anyways.
You
didn't put your nipple away, but please continue your story.
Nipple away.
Yeah.
So then I'm in the middle of a beautiful wedding and I'm having to excuse myself from the table. And my wedding date is getting pissed off. I'm like, this is like a serious matter. And he's like, do I call the cops? Like so they're threatening him like, hey, if you don't pay me this much money, spoiler alert, it wasn't a girl. It was a guy.
Spoiler alert.
From a different country. And like, if you don't pay me this much money, I'm going to release all these photos to this group. It's like Black Mirror shit.
Here's the thing though. I would just be like, okay, fine, do it. And then I would just claim that it's AI.
Oh, yeah, but the AI wasn't big then.
And I'm also much smarter than this human. So
yeah. So then he's like, what do I do?
Easton's alive. He has apparently a comment about that.
After you go, I have another story similar.
All right.
Okay.
So he's panicking, and then the person again sends like a screenshot, like a screenshot to the group. So he's like, oh, fuck, like it's actually happening. Like this motherfucker is doing this. And so my buddy ends up calling 911. I said, what did you tell 911? And he's like, I don't know who to call. Like, I'm freaking out. This is happening.
He called 911.
Call 911.
Wait, 911, the emergency.
Yes, the emergency hotline that you call when somebody gets shot.
Because he decided to be an idiot and then had the consequences.
I believe the dispatcher asked him, well, how did they get these photos? And he's like, well,
I sent them to him on Snapchat 30 seconds after connecting via the internet. Yes, I am a grown man with a job. Oh my God.
I think he ended up paying them. Or like he was negotiating with them, like going back and forth. And they're like, fuck you, stop negotiating. And then like sends another picture to the group, like boom. And he's like, all right. Like, and he ended
at
up,
that point, if they've already seen the goods, just let them send them all. I'm not sending you any more money.
Yeah, I wish I knew that. I can't remember the final, like, I think he might have been like, fuck you.
Should we call him?
No.
Why not? Why don't we just get the source on the scene?
We'll need one of those voice disguise things.
All right, Easton, you're up.
Yeah, so similar to you, one of my friends, this is like when we were at college, but he went to a different college than us. And I guess this girl like hit him up and was like, I guess he was like talking to this girl, but she was just trying to get like money out of him. So then like she starts like hooking up or like not hooking up, but like sending shit back and forth. So then he starts sending like dick pics and shit. And then she's like, oh, like I know all your followers list, because he barely uses Instagram, so he only followed like 10 people. She's like, if you don't give me like $2,000, I'm gonna send this picture to all your friends.
Yeah.
So then he texts all of us and is like, yo, this girl's going crazy, like just block her right now. And we're like, no, we're not gonna block her, like we're gonna see like what's going on.
Yeah, we want to see.
We're absolutely gonna see this.
He's
through.
like, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna pay her. And then sure enough, 30 minutes later, we have his dick pics all in our, and they're like so corny too, bro. We're just like,
Oh my
Damn.
God. That's
yeah,
And he's gonna hear about the rest of his life.
yep,
Then he probably should have forked up that 2K.
yeah, because everyone's got those pictures now.
oh
And it was hilarious, and this guy was freaking out. But then, like, you know, after the fact, we were laughing about it and we joke about it, obviously. And he's like, you know, that same night, you know what? Man, that guy's running a hell of a business model over there. Like,
he's trying to get in business with him after all of this happened.
yeah, like he was like, well played.
It is well played, but it's also, I mean, listen, if you're going to be a sucker and send someone a dick pic 32 seconds after interact, like that's on you, buddy.
I mean, even like dick pics in general.
Well, and especially you've never met them. You don't.
I know.
You've never met her.
Wild.
Never met her. Yeah, here's my dick.
I'm like,
What?
man,
What?
how horny are you right now, brother?
Well,
'Cause you just to whip out the
Apparently-
camera to somebody. You have no idea.
No idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like at that point, though, if you are going to be that big of an idiot, you just got to like see it through.
You gotta take
cross
it.
the finish line. You got to just be like, listen, yep, sorry, Meg Booth, this is my dick. Sorry you were in that group chat.
Yeah.
Like, I just, at this point,
Oh,
you got to
yeah.
own it.
And he's like, I'm like, who's in the group? He's like, oh man, my aunt, he goes, your sister's in there. I'm like, my sister's in there. Like,
Oh my God.
I might pay this guy for you.
Oh, Lord.
yeah.
So, anyways, don't send unsolicited dick pics ever.
DMs. I mean, I'm like, you can spot those bots from a mile away, wherever they are.
Well, someone is botting my Facebook, so if you could get out of there, that'd be great.
You get
I
any
don't
crazy
even-
DMs?
Do I get crazy DMs?
Yeah. Like any random?
I mean, yes and no. I have one particular gentleman who comments anytime I am barefoot, so I stop putting my feet on the internet because
yeah,
he
sell
tells me I have
them.
a very pedicured look.
Nice.
Even now my feet aren't on the internet, he still will randomly respond. But it's like I can't block. Can you block someone that you don't follow?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just like don't interact. It's in the little
Oh, you can put like the general
subfolder. No,
Yeah.
I don't accept it. It's like a request.
Yeah.
I just let it
Yeah.
be. I mean, whatever.
There's
If that's
couple-
what gets
yeah.
you going through the day, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel unsafe. I don't interact. I'm like, you do you, buddy.
He just wants them toes.
You want to know what's really interesting to me though? The amount of like creepy old men who will just maybe they're not, sending me a direct dick pic, but just saying some weird shit, and then I'll click on their profile and it's like a picture of them and their wife.
Yeah.
A picture of them and their daughter. A picture
Yeah.
of them and their granddaughters. And I'm like, would you want someone saying this to
your
them?
granddaughter. Yeah.
No, they never think about that.
No, of course not.
But it's just like, it's extra creepy when you click on a profile and it's literally him. And
yeah. Same goes for women.
oh, 100%.
I get messages
I just don't
and
really
I see
get those
stuff
from
and I'm
women.
like, damn girl, you're married.
Yeah,
like
but
fully married. Or you're engaged. Or you like I'm like,
I've seen some of the shit that my friends will, especially celebrities, where they're like, oh, well, he's never going to see this. But he might.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he could be looking in this request folder, and yes, does he know you? No. Will he
Yeah.
ever actually meet you? Probably not. But it's like,
but he's still got
but
his
you're-
phone.
yeah,
He's
you're
still on
one
his
of those
Instagram.
statistics.
It's like
And in the off chance, because I'm not going to lie to you, I've thought about this and the fact that I used to be, not that I've really slid into people's DMs creepily. Thank God I've had
Yeah.
the wherewithal to not do so. But remember when you used to make like really cringeworthy away messages and like Facebook whatevers?
AIM.
What were those called? Statuses? Facebook statuses?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so those are all cringe. We all know it. You
Right.
see like the memories from 12 years ago. You were a douchebag is what it says back to you. And you're like, oh
Yeah.
God. I have thought about, I'm like, I hope that drunk Sammy or high Sammy has never sent a weird DM that now I have put myself in a position to get a
Right.
job where I work with them. And then they open the
Yeah.
old DMs from like 2015 and it's like,
Yeah.
God knows what I was saying.
I feel like that's just
That's a risk I'm running like on the daily here. not living
everybody.
in
It's like
Nashville.
anybody who gets some type of status, then immediately everybody runs to like their Twitter and they're like, oh, so and so
Yes.
said
In 2012,
And
that this
15
whatever,
years- yeah.
yes, it's racist. And you're like,
Yes.
oh my God,
You're like,
what?
oh,
that was a
damn.
joke.
Are you a big TikTok girl?
I mean, for work, yes. But in my personal life, I have a TikTok. I watch TikToks. I've made about 3 of them. So not really, but I've learned a lot on TikTok. How about that?
Yeah. What's your algorithm like right now?
My algorithm is a lot of home decor.
Okay.
I follow a lot of home decor and a lot of like, remember when it was like, put a finger down if, and then they would ramble a very specific random story that was about their life. I got a deep dive in that, where I feel like my entire algorithm's like, put your finger down if you've ever been sitting on a podcast with Shawn Booth on a Tuesday in August, and like, but they would tell like a traumatic story about like their mom abandoned them in a parking lot, and then their dad picked, like, you know, it was like way darker than that.
Yeah.
And I feel like I had to take a break from that.
Yeah.
And now it's just lovely home decor.
Gotcha.
Pretty boring.
I've been seeing a lot of what's that? The guy with the tattoos, Wade, that guy who killed a couple girls. You know what I'm talking about, Easton? It's this big case. He's all over the place, at least on my page, because I must have watched one thing of him in court, and now that's all I see. And
he's on trial for murder?
Oh, yeah. And they have like all of his phone
Wow, this feels like right up my
recordings.
alley.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Wade. And then his dad is now doing podcasts, and his dad had this kid when he was 14 or 15.
Jesus.
And then the mom took him, and then the dad went to juvenile jail for a while. And then the mom gave the kid away. And then so this dad never saw him for like 18 years. Then the kid reached out to the dad to want to meet him. So then they developed a relationship. And this dude is a big druggie, ended up murdering 2 girls.
Before or after he reconnected with his dad?
After.
Okay.
And then that's on my
wait,
we won't talk about it yet.
Okay.
And so then this guy, you had to have seen him. He has tattoos that have like, I'm going to pull a picture of him up.
Like face tattoos. Aren't face tattoos like how many bodies you've buried?
Yeah, but he's got like I'll show you.
A scar or a real tattoo?
No, he ended up getting these tattoos when he was in jail. And there's a lot of girls that love this dude.
How
I'm
is
like,
he on
okay, he's
TikTok
like, I
if
guess
he's
he's
in
an
jail?
attractive guy. I don't know. You tell me.
Okay, hold on. How is he on TikTok if he's in jail? Or his dad is on TikTok talking about his story while his son is in jail?
Somebody's releasing all of his phone calls from prison and him talking to girls outside of prison.
Oh my God. So he's like a hot convict and people with daddy issues are like,
Yeah,
I can
like
change
he,
him.
like
I can change him. Bitch, he murdered 2 of you.
yeah,
Get out of here.
And he like, there's one recording I listened to yesterday. He's like, "Hey, thanks for sending me that picture. You look so sexy." And like, she's like, "Yeah."
Speaking of dick
and they're
pics.
talking for like ever, and she's like, "Yeah, I've been in jail." But anyways, yeah. So he's like,
Wait, phone calls like from he's in jail and they're not in jail? Oh, Christ. I mean, he is kind of hot. Oh, he looks like a real life Joker.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And he got those after he did the murder. So when he was in jail, he got those tattoos.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, so what you're talking about is basically his tattoos, if you haven't seen it. He looks like a skeleton. It looks like skeleton Halloween makeup. So
Right.
it's got the line up his cheek with
Kinda
like
looks
the
like what
individual
Kel's dog
teeth.
did one
yes,
year.
Yes, it does look like that. But then he also has some sort of like writing, and it looks like the shape of a state on his forehead
He's
and
got a big
cheek.
swastika on the side of his head.
Oh, Christ.
And so he's got a completely shaved head with the slick back.
I'm more interested in who that gentleman is in the back. Hey, call me.
Yeah. So this dude is all over my TikTok, and his dad just did an interview. His dad is the one who ended up reporting him.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That sounds like a mess. But it
Yeah.
also sounds like a great series to follow on TikTok.
Oh, I know.
I feel like they always give you a random like, because I've heard nothing about that. I always get like other random. I feel like everyone gets like random ones. Like the one I get is like some cop, like I guess he like arrested some girl for like breaking into a car, and then he took her into the back seat and had sex with her. But then he closed the door, and the inside of a cop car, there's no door handle.
And then
inside.
he got
And then another
stuck.
cop had to come
I
let
saw
him out,
that.
and they're like, "What the hell are you doing back here?" He's like, "Oh, I was trying to help her," and it's like,
You're an
Yeah,
idiot,
he's trying to
dude.
help her.
Yeah.
Hey. Wait, that's insane.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
also feel like the algorithm. Okay, so I've never heard of this guy with the face tattoos, and when I leave here, it's will be all over my page, even though we
Yes,
didn't look
it's
at that on my
listening
phone.
to you. Yeah.
Because that's how I feel. Can we transition back to the video you just showed me? Because that was going to be my next point.
Right.
My boss this past weekend showed me a clip of the now infamous Australian breakdancer.
Yeah.
And that
Look at-
is all over my timeline
all
now.
over.
I cannot
Every
escape
little
it.
meme, it's like everything you see is that girl just
Yes.
scooting around
And
in a circle.
I feel like I say this every week, but the internet remains undefeated because some people like will stitch that of her performing and they're like, you know, I'm not going to lie, pretty much nailing her routine, but like in their living room.
Yeah. Well, she's like hopping around like a kangaroo at one point.
What was happening? No, the one that got me was she's like inverted and like kind of doing like an inchworm, like mini handstand kick.
Yeah.
It looks like a toddler. It looks like a toddler that you're just like waiting for your dinner reservations outside of PF Chang's and you're like outside of the parking lot just burning energy before we have to go sit in there. That's what that woman looked like.
Yeah. I went to a deep dive this morning because I saw one and then I Googled and I was like, what is the deal with this lady? How does she make the Olympics? And now she's banned from the next Olympics or something?
No, breakdancing is not coming back in 2028, which is a
because
bummer.
of her.
I kind of feel that way.
Yeah.
Do you think that she was serious or do you think she was making a mockery of it?
No, she's serious. She's got like she's a very smart lady.
It reminds me of that old video. I don't know if you've seen it. It's like an older woman that's teaching you quote unquote hip hop.
Yes.
Have you ever seen that with like the windbreakers? And she's like 5, 6, 7, and 8. And it's cringe.
Right.
She's just like the 2024 version of that. But they took breakdancing out of 2028. It will not be in LA. And I feel bad for people who are like, there was a lot of talent in the breakdancing competition, but you don't see any of those recaps. None of those are making any of the algorithms because it's just the Australian woman who was like bebopping, cringeworthy. God bless her though, because like that confidence, she went out on a world stage, an international stage.
She got back home and there were a bunch of people waiting for her and then she ripped her bag off and just started dancing again. Like
Stop.
She's loving it. Like she's
I
like,
mean,
fuck yeah.
At this point, lean in.
Yeah, and she's like, don't do what you obviously believe in and be who you are.
15 minutes of fame, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't hate on that.
No.
I also just wish I was that delusional because I feel like I would also be running the world
Yeah,
if
like
I just had that much confidence.
Yeah.
But it is, I don't know. Feel like it was kind of a mockery. It's the Olympics. And it felt like you said, how did she make it there?
I don't know.
There's no other breakdancers in the entire country of Australia?
Yeah, guess not. No,
She's the number one export.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's probably going to get the biggest following, the most brand deals. Like,
Speaking of that, we kind of talked Alana Mar from the women's rugby team. We kind of glossed over her last time when we were talking about the Olympics. She's gotten like 1.5 million Instagram followers just in the 2 weeks of the Olympics. She's funny. Let me get. Oh, you do like her.
I do like her.
I was going to say, I thought you would be like, she's annoying.
No, I've been watching a lot more Olympics. I like her.
She's just, you can tell that's who she is.
I told you I like, the only one I didn't like was Simone Biles. So shoot me.
100%. No, I understand.
What's that?
I said you're getting shot for that one.
I mean,
No, you don't have to get shot. You can have an opinion. He's just wrong. It's fine.
Well, we'll see when this comes out. We'll see.
I like I like her partner there better. What's the girl I texted you?
Jordan. Yeah. Also, by the way, you were like, I would like to publicly state, and it was a text message between you and me. So I don't know what public was reading our texts, but Jordan Childs, who is also dealing with a lot of BS right now. Have you followed that at all?
I don't know. I like her better.
No. Have you followed her bronze medal debacle?
What? No, I haven't.
Oh my! I was about to ask you about
that. Okay. So Jordan Childs, your girl, she is that girl. That's her tagline. Jordan Childs is that girl. She like somehow befriended Beyonce through all of this and whatever. That's a side story. So Jordan Childs makes it to the event finals for the floor exercise. There is a little bit of discrepancy in the scoring that takes place. And it's basically between her being on the podium and not. Now, in gymnastics, much like any other sport, you can challenge a play or you can challenge a score, or you can challenge whatever. So during that time, Jordan's coaches realized that she was not given the full difficulty start value that she was supposed to have. So they inquire about it. They basically challenge to the judges, and the judges say, oh, our bad, you're right. We did miss that skill. She should have started from, let's just say, 6.4 instead of 6.3. I don't know if those are the real numbers. She gets that extra bump in the 10th into her final score, which gets her to third place. So now she has a medal. She's a bronze medal winner. Well, 5 days later, the Romanian powers that be essentially challenge that challenge and say, the United States coaches did not follow the rules and submit their challenge within 1 minute after Jordan's routine was done. So that score is now null and void if you follow the rules. So we are actually the rightful winners of the third place bronze medal.
It's the rules.
But it's not. So then America counteracts and submits video evidence of the coach submitting her challenge at 47 seconds.
Okay, so then they followed the rules.
However, the IOC and the FIG and all of these powers that be said, nope, we already closed this case. So they will not accept the video evidence And so they're stripping Jordan of her bronze medal.
Well, that's
and
like one of
awarding
those
it to
things. It's like
Romania.
she still got it. She knows she's got it. She doesn't have it physically in her hand,
Shawn,
but she's got it.
what
She
a
won it.
privileged place you say that from. Can you imagine? I can't believe that's your first reaction.
No, my
Actually,
thing
I
is
can,
like,
which is infuriating.
I think of Reggie Bush when he won the Heisman, and then he got it stripped away because he ended up. They found out that somebody was paying him from the university or got him a car or whatever. It's like, we know you won the Heisman. You might not have the trophy, but it's like, we all know you won. Like, let's celebrate that. But in the actual record books, it won't be there. But
Right.
we all know you won.
Okay, we do because we're alive.
And I was
right
still,
now when we
and
were
if
here.
I were her, I'd be like, yeah, I won bronze medal.
I mean,
Yeah, it sucks completely, for sure.
because once we're all dead, those history books will still remain, and her name will not be in it. And if you're trying to leave a legacy, that kind of sucks. I mean, I know that's like really far down the road, but I just feel like it's the whole. If I were the Romanian gymnast at this point, it's been ping pong back and forth, and the whole entire world is in on this messiness. I would be like, I don't want it. I'm going to win this on a technicality. I'd rather win nothing for the rest of my life than ever win something
That's
on a
what
technicality.
I mean. The other people aren't going to feel like they won it. They're like, then nobody's going to recognize that they won it.
This is just silly.
They will forever recognize.
Well, for the longest time when they're like, oh, they're going to strip Jordan of her bronze medal, I didn't actually think like, the physical medal she has to mail back.
Yeah.
I thought it was just, the accolades and the history books like we're talking about. Her name's not going to be in it. Okay. But then the more I read about it, they're like, no, she has to return the medal. I'm like, out of my cold, dead hands, am I
so
returning?
What if you don't? You just don't get it
That's
back?
what I said. I'm like,
Yeah.
is there a law? Like, sports aren't a governing
Yeah.
body. It's like, what
I
are you going
would
to put me in
keep it.
jail?
I would just be like, oh, lost it.
Yeah, can't find it.
Don't know where it went.
Absolutely
My
not. No,
bad.
I would wear it around my neck.
Yeah.
I wouldn't lose it. I would wear it proudly every single day.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, you're going to come and take this from me?
How much do you think those things cost to make?
Ugh, a lot. But it's not
Yeah,
the
a couple
money.
grand.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they cost a lot of money, but it's not the
I'd be like, yeah, send
money.
me a bill for it. And I would never
Yeah,
pay it.
and then I'm going to go ahead and let that go to collections, and then you can talk to them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she won it. I think the best part of the Olympics, I ended up watching more after our last podcast. Track and field was phenomenal.
Love.
It was so good.
I would love to be that fast.
I made my mind. I'm like, I want to be a 100-meter sprinter, and I want to try out for the next Olympics.
Oh, you're deciding that right now?
42 years old. I wish I did track and field. That was fun to watch. Those athletes are phenomenal. The training is so much fun, and then you only have to go out there and just give it your all for 10 seconds for the 100 meters. The relays are so much fun, and the U.S. just kicked ass. Sha'Carri Richardson is a freaking beast. Love her. She's badass. She's crossing the finish line. She looks over at that girl. And like,
She's
just puts her
I
chest
don't think
through
I've
the-
ever seen someone as fast. Like I watched the.
Well, you did.
Both of them.
You saw the girl that beat her.
Dude, they were in way back, and she just zips past everyone.
Yeah, not in the finals,
and I was
though.
like, holy.
That girl from
is so
what
fast.
island that beat her? Oh, she was so fast.
She beat Sha'Carri?
Sha'Carri lost in the 100 meters.
Okay, so I did see this. I was traveling, so I was kind of piecing together in between. But then she came back and Sha'Carri won like the 4x100 or something
She
when she was
won
with the
her
teammates.
team. Yeah, she
with
was the last
baton.
one. Yeah.
And that's when she looked over,
And
right?
that's when she was like, yeah, she looked over and then she went,
I
she just threw her
freaking
chest
love
to the-
that energy
Yeah.
because when you are the best and then you
Yeah.
can back it up, which I'm sure people are like, oh, did she really need to do that? Yeah,
Yeah.
she did.
Yeah.
She needed to do it for her. She needed to do it for her country. She needed to do it for all these bitches that thought she could never.
Yeah.
Here we are. And
Nothing was better. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Nothing was better than.
Oh, I was going to change subjects and say the 100 meters men.
Oh, I didn't watch
That was when it came down to photo finish, and there was like
I did
all
see that.
8 of them were within like
and they're
a tenth
leaning
of a
forward.
second.
Yeah, 1/1000th of a second.
And they thought it was the Jamaican guy, even the American.
Yeah.
And Noah Lyles is standing there, and they're like, "Oh shit, Noah Lyles won."
I do appreciate obviously the competitive spirit of the Olympics, but especially when it's that close, like that just makes me feel
Yeah.
something. It makes me feel alive
Yeah.
because I just feel like I'm in it with them. At no point have I trained with them,
Yeah.
nor did I know them 30 seconds ago. But now I am invested. I am emotional about it, and I want to know who came in with the 1/1000th of a second
And
ahead.
that 1/1000th just completely changed your life forever.
Forever.
And everybody else was not even a second behind them.
And their life did not change for forever.
Exactly. And we talked about that too. So, and then Noah Lyles came out, did the 200, and then he's like a very He's very showboat. He's very flashy. He loves the camera. He definitely is cocky. A lot of the runners don't like him because of it. All the runners come out and they just like get introduced and they go to their place. He comes sprinting out. He jumps over the wall. He's running around, pumping his fists, like trying to get the crowd. He's running up and down the track. And then he loses.
Yikes.
And then he's in a wheelchair and he says he has COVID and that's why he lost.
Oh, please.
Everybody was like,
Christ, you were fine 30
you
seconds
were fine
ago.
30 seconds ago. And then he's on the
that's
ground.
so icky.
And like he's just getting lit up on social media. Like
That's gross.
At first I was like, come on. But then apparently he was wearing I don't know how they let him go. That makes no sense to me.
Right.
Because
Think
in all
about
the
it,
press conferences, the days before, he was wearing a mask. So they knew he had COVID like 2 days, like right after the 100, I think he tested positive. And then he wore a mask around like all the practices and like for all the interviews, like a COVID mask.
Yeah.
And then I just don't know how that
Well,
got
because
allowed.
it's not 2020 anymore.
2020, the whole Olympics would have been shut down.
No, the whole Olympics was shut down in 2020. What do you mean would have been?
but
those rules don't exist anymore.
But he
They're
has
all
like
fake.
active COVID.
Yeah.
Like everyone's pissed. I'm like, and then the men's 4x100 was, of course, a disaster.
So did that man have that athlete that was a showboat and then lost?
No,
did he
lost.
ever come back and perform anything after that, or no?
that
was
was
his
it.
last. That's how he ended his Olympics.
Yeah, he was.
He
supposed
won
to-
the
he was
gold medal.
supposed to- he was supposed to do the 4x100, but he was like, "No, I'm not doing it."
Yeah.
Oh, so not only is he a showboat and cocky, then he's also a poor loser.
Well, I mean, I think he had COVID, so he was probably. I mean, it was probably a good time to dip.
Oh, but it was okay for him to perform here and not later, even though he had COVID at both times. Cute. We love to see it.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty funny because there's so many memes like before and after, and it's like, it shows him running around and all
Is this an American?
Yeah.
Okay.
And all the dudes are just standing on the track like, let's fucking go, dude.
Yeah, we're at the
all
Olympics, my guy.
And then it's like, the SpongeBob moments later, and then he's like sitting in a wheelchair. So
Oh, so not only are his lungs hurt,
he's
but apparently
he's
his
the guy
pride
that
too.
he won the 100 meters. He won this US guy who won
Okay.
at the last second.
He's the
How's
guy,
about-
Sam K. You might remember the guy who he was like roasting on NBA players because they call like the NBA champions like world champs.
Yeah.
And he was the guy that came out like a couple years ago and was like, of what? Like it's just the U.S. Like,
Well,
you're not
I
world
don't
champs or
disagree
anything.
with that, but okay. I just Googled him. I know who that is.
Yeah.
Okay. The first article says Dolphins Tyreek Hill confident he could beat Noah Lyles in a sprint. That's the
If
first
there's
one.
one guy in the NFL that good.
You want to know who was also a hero for me and just the most lovely discovery of the Olympics, also having to do with track and field?
I know what you're gonna say.
Who?
Swoboda, the Polish running girl with the tattoos.
That is not what I was going to say, but
Okay.
now I'm more
Do
interested
you know
because
what I'm
I'm
you know what
also
I'm
a
talking
Polish
about.
girl.
What?
I am also a Polish girl with
Yeah, I'm
not
a
tattoos,
Polish
but
guy.
whatever.
Yeah, I
So
think it's Swoboda.
what about her? What happened to her?
She was kind of just stealing the show out there.
Oh, okay.
She didn't win, but she was just like,
Why? So then why did you think that I was going to be obsessed with her?
I mean, because she was all over the place. She's,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have no idea who you're talking about. So I'm going to go back to what I was saying. Tara Davis Woodhall and Hunter Woodhall. Okay, so Tara became a gold medalist in the long jump. She's the most beautiful woman I've ever seen, and her husband is a Paralympian. So
Nice.
he participates in other track and field events. I don't think he long jumps, but I'm going to probably get in trouble for lack of PC terms, but he is from the knee down has like running legs. I
Yeah,
don't know.
blades.
They blades. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was like, they make them
Yeah.
for him to, but
You remember Oscar Pistorius?
yes.
Okay.
I just don't know what
Blade
the
Runner.
technical term of that is,
Yeah.
so I didn't want to offend anybody.
Yeah.
Anyways, first of all, their love story, you absolutely love to see it. They trained together, they ups and downs together, and then she won the gold medal and then ran over and jumped into his arms, and he was just like, "You're the gold
Oh, I
medalist.
saw that.
You're the gold
Yeah,
medalist."
okay.
And I have chills right now
saw
even
that.
thinking about it because when you watch little segments that NBC puts together, it obviously makes you root for them more.
Right.
But just
of course, they're looking for a story.
what a unique couple. What a hardworking couple. I love watching good things happen to good people. She was obviously genuinely shocked. She said, the only goal I've ever had is to win an Olympic gold medal. And she just like stood there in the sand and then fell back. That's where all the pictures are of her sitting in the sand.
Yeah.
Runs over, jumps in his arms. It was just like, the feel-good story that you wanted for the Olympics. And on top of that, like they give back to their community, to their sport.
Yeah, good
Obviously,
people.
they faced adversity in their life. He's a Paralympic athlete. Like, I just love I just loved them.
There's-
I love following them.
I didn't realize that he was a Paralympian.
Yeah.
I just saw the videos.
Well, yeah, because you can't see his legs when he's standing over catching her.
Yeah.
It's just impressive. I mean, it's hard to do anything with your legs.
There
So
was
imagine-
another guy from, it wasn't a love story, but I saw a really cool video. He's like a little kid and he's doing cross country, and
Yeah.
it just keeps showing him getting older and winning. And he was the white guy who won the long distance run where he came on like that last lap.
Yeah.
And he seemed just kick it into gear and he passed everybody to win. It was pretty cool. Here's that Polish runner. She actually got bronze. She got a bunch of tattoos.
I genuinely don't know who that woman is, but I'm proud of her.
Yeah.
And I love her thigh tats.
Yeah.
And she's fast and she's from Poland. Win, win, win in my book.
Yeah. She was all over the internet.
I think they did a good job telling telling the stories of a bunch of like people that you would never like. All the packages they put together, I thought were pretty good about like backstory stuff. Even for like non-US athletes, I thought were pretty solid.
I agree. And I think that it really, so gymnastics was obviously up first. And so I dove into the Olympics knowing what was going on. A lot of people would DM me and be like, can you explain this or whatever? Because I was not live streaming the Olympics, but giving feedback because gymnastics is a complicated sport with the scoring and the expectation and the skills and all the stuff. So I felt really well versed in the quote unquote Olympics. In reality, it was just gymnastics, because then once gymnastics ended and I switched over, I'm like, damn, what's going on? Who is this person? All of these things. So I feel like I appreciated the segments that they came and put together about the athletes more so.
Right.
Because I was like, oh, okay, this is giving me backstory. This is giving me the lay of the land. I'm more emotionally connected to this now, which now I'm like, oh, okay, I see why they do this.
Yeah.
This makes it way more entertaining. Where,
course.
you know,
It's
the ones in
entertainment.
gymnastics, I'm like, oh, I already know
It's a show.
this.
It's money making.
Of course it's
That's
money
it.
making.
And it's over.
I know.
And it's over. And it's
Okay.
back. And
Wah, wah.
Coach Caitlin was out there all month. She ran a marathon in Paris. In the same
I
marathon.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
good
she
for
just
her.
ran that a couple days ago. They did it
Wait.
during the
Was she
night.
working or was she hanging out?
Both. Yeah.
Okay.
Working. And then she got through the marathon. So we're going to be happy to have her back, but it's over. That's
And
it.
nothing really says America, because I don't know if you watched the closing ceremonies, but Simone
Like Tom
Biles.
Cruise?
Yes, I was like, Simone Biles, appropriately holding the flag. We know she's your favorite person, but she's an 11-time Olympic medalist. She gets the flag. Okay. Passes it off to Tom Cruise.
And then he passes
And then he gets on
the
a
mountain biker?
motorcycle. I was
Who
like,
was the mountain biking
I
guy?
don't know anything. I was like, this is America? This is what we're doing? And then Red Hot Chili Peppers. Surprise.
I feel like everybody was so outraged by the opening ceremonies that they're like, okay, America, who complains about everything, we'll let you handle the closing ceremonies.
Sure. And you know what?
We
Then
got so much backlash.
Snoop, our now United States American mascot,
put him on the Mount Rushmore. It's outrageous.
he came out on the beach and then
I never
he's
got
saying,
the
he's like,
Snoop
what's
thing.
up? At what point does he connect to anything athletic?
Who,
Ever.
who's more famous, Snoop or Shaq? Worldwide.
Well, now I think Snoop.
I think probably Shaq.
Even
In Asian countries and like China, Shaq is bigger than like.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, also Shaq is also bigger than life. So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know,
They
but
paid him, dude. They paid him $500,000 a day
to
for
be at the Olympics,
NBC paid him $500
Snoop?
a day. Yes,
you know
They
what?
didn't
I
pay
think
Shaq that.
tough.
that doesn't mean he's more or
500
less famous.
I'm saying if you're getting paid $500,000,
Here's the thing. I think Snoop earned every penny of that
Yeah,
because
I would
he
agree.
was the number one talking point, I feel like, of the entire Olympics.
why?
I'm not saying that it's warranted. I'm just saying
I'm sick
so
of
many
Snoop.
people commented on him being everywhere.
I'm out on Snoop. Not a big Snoop guy. He's whatever.
Okay, so I won't judge you for that, even though I disagree, but that's okay. You can have your opinion. Where do you stand with Hoda, the mom of the Olympians?
Oh, Hoda.
Hoda from
She's Good
Today
Morning
Show.
America. Or
Today
Show.
Today, yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Wow, you just
That's where I'm at with
really-
there.
Okay.
I don't know, I mean,
I love it. I think that she just has stepped into this role of being like the supportive, familiar face.
yeah, she's great.
And I love that. I would love to meet Hoda.
yeah.
I'm
Hoda's
putting that
great.
on my vision board.
Was she not on Good Morning America?
I don't. She's on the Today Show now with Jenna Bush, Hager Bush, Hager, whatever.
Okay, yeah. I don't know.
Anyways, I just think Hoda's lovely. I think Snoop is entertaining, and I think why not have a United States mascot when when you look at our actual state of our country, it was nice to have 2 weeks of patriotism and unity.
Yeah, who's
Had a
the
good
number
time.
one? Who would you have as the number one American at the Olympics?
Spokesman guy.
If you were like, all right, this person, man,
I think because I would say it's a tie between I'd either have DJ Khaled because I think it's hilarious and that'd be funny as shit. It would get very old though. I can only have him for like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Or I think Dion would be good. Sanders, but
Deion
no one
would be
likes him
great.
anymore. So
Why does nobody like Deion Sanders?
I like Dion.
Colorado.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. Okay.
like
Prime
him.
time. He's awesome.
Oh, God, we're already back in football season.
One person, one American. That's like, yeah, that's America.
I mean, I think right now it's Snoop.
Damn.
No?
No.
I mean, what do you mean? No, he just got paid $500,000 a
top
day.
5, but he gets a little old. Turn on the TV, you see Snoop for like the 14th.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys have been tired of all of these invisible people that you're putting up as well. So it's just like, from the sound of it, you two are going to be tired of whoever we choose.
Yeah, probably. Honestly.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
They should do like one person for every week. I think. Probably. I think one person the whole time is kind of like all right.
Okay,
I
I
think
can
you
see
should
that. Or
just-
one person per sport.
Yeah. Or they should have like Trump do it one week and Kamala do it the next.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ. No, we're trying to take a break from that.
No, you gotta go all in.
No. I don't know, though. That's a good question. Like, who would be the mascot of America? I just think that Snoop took that role.
I don't know. Maybe Kim Kardashian.
Oh, Kanye.
Okay.
Everybody would be like, all right, that's America.
I mean, that's true.
America.
Fuck yeah.
Team on 3.
Oh, we're done.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, we have a guest. Hello.
Team.